started, I was completely stressed and not inside, like I was totally out of control or whatever. I was not able to concentrate my life, my husband's life, kids, in-laws, anything. By one day by day, my mind is calm. I am able to concentrate. I am able to tackle the things very nicely, efficiently, and health-wise, I feel I am perfect. I don't have any issues, no back pain, no headache, no migraine, nothing. Nothing is there. I'm very happy. And I want my family to be the happiest in the world. If I will be happy, my family will be happy.
Well, before I came to the class here, Sarika is the one who brought me here to the class. My wife. My lovely wife brought me here to the class. I was very reluctant to come here. I was like, what you will do going to the yoga class, what you will learn. I have been here a few times, but I was not, positive about what Guruji is teaching here. But I just came out of will that she wanted me to come here. I just came here, sat here on the first day, did those breathing exercises just because Guruji told me to do it. I just did it for the heck of doing it. Second day, third day, fourth day, I started realizing the differences. Then fifth day, I was doing things in the office like I used to do like 15 years ago, like lots of energy, quick thinking, managing things very well, delegating it to my people. I'm a gold jeweler, so I have to work with lots of factories. So the people who are working in the factories are very small-minded. I have to get angry at them, stop getting angry. Love and affection, arey bhaiya de do, give me the goods on time, blah blah blah, that way. And just few days, 2 or 3 days before we were talking in the class, I just realized the change in 5 or 6 days that has happened, and lots of changes. I think I can call myself that I'm a new person, I can say that. And if I continue doing what Guruji has taught us, it is going to improve a lot. And few things that Guruji has just told us about vision, about our kids right now. I have made so many mistakes that I have to start rectifying them this second itself. Be it my kids, be it my wife, be it my family, be it my parents, be it you people as a family, whoever it is. So I'm going to try and be a better person, still a better person what I am. So,
before I joined in this program, I was searching something to change my mind and physical body. So then Mr. Raji given this information. So I came here to join in. Suddenly I couldn't do that with the first program. So then I came for the second one. So during this program, actually I developed some mental and physical balance, and especially mental strength. So because I'm working in a construction company, we are working in under pressure. We are doing a lot of work, big pressure. So I'm getting angry. I got angry suddenly, even at home with my wife or with my children. Suddenly I get fired. So actually I have controlled that around 80% now. So, and even in the workplace, I can manage my team very well. And I feel like my body and mind is relaxed. So I can coordinate my physical and mental situation. So I can face some even very stressful situations I could manage even today, yesterday. I face some difficult situations, especially because
but you could ease it, right?
yeah, I can manage good anything. So I would like to thank you, especially to Kali also.
Do meditation very regularly. Meditation plays a very major role. And memory, efficiency, focus, it gives you everything. So this will help you to overcome any impediment, any obstacle. Stick to meditation. It's not just sitting. It has great impact on the functioning of the brain. All the problems that we face is on top. That if we can nullify, calm, there immediately you get clarity. Immediately a relaxed state of mind. And once you relax, there is focus. And memory power will come. Everything will. Yeah, Victoria.
Actually, I started to practice yoga maybe around 10 years ago. I was in like depression and very, very hard situation. So it happened that I started. So, and during all this time, it's always helped me to go through the hard life situation, to be more strong, to understand life better, to not get angry when it's not required, to be able to support sometimes my friends who is getting in a hard situations. But travel a lot, and so when you're alone, sometimes it's really hard to keep to support yourself. When you know something, sometimes we don't do what we know. Even like I do practice sometimes. Also, my mom saying, "It's fine. You practice many times now. Just sleep more or something." So I was looking for some support here because we can support somebody, but sometimes we lose all our knowledges and discipline. So we need to get some discipline. So I found this course, and I feel now better. I feel that I'm supported. I can move with all my goals, achievements forwards, and not afraid that I'm alone with my ideas, with my life. So thank you, Guruji. And regarding health, I noticed that hair fall become less. I don't know, ladies. Today I was brushing my hair and I'm like, where are you guys? I don't know if you noticed or not. I was just. Yeah.
And your complexion, you said it's getting now, it was dry, it's changed a lot.
It was
Your
yeah,
skin, yeah.
I've noticed, yeah. Many things, everything is getting better, but the most important thing it's psychological and emotional support from this part of the health, and it will be better.
Good morning.
Okay. Yeah. Well, before I came here, all my life, I've been always stressing and everything in a hurry. Here, I have to do this. I have to do that. Fast, fast, fast. I want to do everything in one day. And also my temper, it was very high. I had short temper and also anger management, all that. So I don't know. I started doing Bikram yoga, but it wasn't the spiritual one, like meditation and stuff. So I didn't understand. And no, while she kept convincing us to come, so that's why we joined later. And even on the second day, I was like, okay, should I come back or no? Because I was at the gym, I was like, now I have to leave my gym to come to do meditation, not to do any physical activity, it's all mental, And then after some time, I started to realize, it does help. And I also noticed in my university, I actually concentrate more. When the lecture is on, and I used to just be tired and I would try to listen, but it would just come in and out, and then I would read the notes and be like, oh, did we even learn this, And now it's I even look away and whatever they're saying, I still hear it. It's absorbing in my brain. I don't know what you did.
There's a vast difference between the general yoga that people do. See, you can always say a brick cannot be called a house. A brick cannot be called a house. Likewise, stretches cannot be called yoga. This is where people have a misconception. Many, they call it yoga centers, but they are only stretches. How can stretches be called yoga? Because stretches, when they do, they are only teaching what they know or what they have understood and they have categorized, cataloged it, put a name and marketing it as a product. Everyone who goes there, they does the same thing. So the concern of the participant is not taken into consideration, but his own interest is given more consideration to get more people. Here if you observe, we give people what they want, because yogic science encompasses the entire science of human life. Even if it's a small child, even if it's an elder, even if it's a person who is sick, everyone can get relief here, because it's a science that is applicable to every human being. And here you are given, or rather, you know what you want in life. So once the system is put in place, you automatically take everything from it. So on the subject of anything, if I say happiness, you automatically receive what you want. When I discuss on the quality of leadership, automatically you gain out of it. When I talk on vision, you take it. Because all of us in life, we want to be successful. So here I am just like a mirror telling you what you are, what you need to gain. So here you come to get whatever you want. There was difference. You can't call stretching centers as yoga centers. The science of yoga is the highest compared to anything. Because if you go by physical, all your physical body imbalances or things happen when it's in crisis, you go for medicines. And medicines is not alone a treatment. You're just only you're treating the symptoms of a disease. Disease is all here. All this is here. Yoga touches not only physical, breath, mind, knowledge on the subject, and finally it touches upon your higher aspects for you to understand and correlate to make your life the best. Whereas in medical treatment, why we don't get relief from plenty of ailments is because the individual doesn't know what is happening. And they just blindly follow what has been, just take it, take it, take it. In the process, kidney goes, liver goes, everything goes. This is where we need to understand the vast difference between a stretching place and a real yoga center. That's why. So that's why you got benefit. I didn't do anything. Shravana happened because you wanted.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah, well.
I was going to leave better now.
The worst opening line.
I was alright.
Nice, nice.
But there were few things, some deficiencies which I was feeling, and I was a bit worried, but still I was ignoring it, and I'm very happy-go-lucky person.
Yeah, I know.
Always. But I called one day to Guruji and I told him because my weight is gaining, I have thyroid problem, and I'm eating the tablets for that, supplements. And a month ago, I had some pain over here, and my company clinic, they took my ECG and they found something in that. I immediately chased me to the hospital and did treadmill, windmill, all the bills. Windmills! All the bills. This is the fourth time I am undergoing such, diagnosis, and every time doctor says that you have thyroid deficiency, and they increase micro mg by, 25 by 25 they increase. Now, at last they suggested me to take 75, micro mg of thyroxine. So past 10 days I am not taking that. I am not feeling weak. I am not getting any body aching. I'm not, in these past 10 days I am taking only 5 hours sleep because I am reaching home at 11:45. I am waking up my wife, speaking to her. After that I sleep, morning 5 o'clock, 5:30 I get up, that is my normal. But I am not getting sleep in the office. Very fresh. Stopped eating my uric acid tablets. And my food habits are streamlined. I was like not eating on time. As I feel hungry, I took my food and skip all the food. Like that I was. But now the diet which I take, as per the guidance what I got here, I am maintaining that. I don't feel hungry in between. I don't keep chaklis or anything like that in my drawer, so that, you know, so in between all those things completely
Snacking.
stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely stopped. That's what. And most interestingly, because I have not shared anything about this place or this experience in my office to anyone other than my brothers. This morning, I have to pass through all the cubicles to get into my office. And there is an elderly person, he is a commissioning lead person. Suddenly got up, what happened to you? Are you started going to yoga giga? Why? How do you know? No, I see some changes in you. Well, I don't know what changes he has seen. I'm always the same, greeting everyone, making some jokes before I enter the office and all those things, making everyone, you know, like taunting on someone and just enter, whoever it is, I don't care. So, finally told that today also my behavior was same, but he has seen something. That's what, you know, I'm still thinking. Then he came to my office again. No, Rupan, I'm serious. I'm not joking with you. Are you thinking that I'm joking with you? He's elderly person, 55 years old. Then I had to share my experience with him. So, you know, that's what. So they're also, you know, keen to come over here. He's there living around. That's the change which I, you know, didn't realize, but they have realized.
Yeah, sure.
But there are so many things which are slowly happening, you don't realize.
So now we are
But
more on
feeling, you know, better to be in this way, continue. It fluctuates always. You know, we undergo all these things, then after sometimes again, like dog's tail. Happens, we are human beings. But it's better that we practice as and when we get down, come over here, talk to him. Better weekly basis meeting, get sort of, you know,
Charges. Because you
on
already have
daily
the
basis.
knowledge.
It's all,
Yeah,
we
knowledge
talk
is
about
already
yoga,
there.
self-author,
Maybe that
all
was
those,
lacking.
but still we are human beings, are meant for living in groups, and we need each other, as you say. We have to live in groups. Yeah.
You know, the thing is, we need that support. That's why the center is always open. Saturdays I kept a specific time. Just come freely, clear your doubts. It's like your place. So this you should utilize. What else can I do for? So this you should come.
Many times Nawal told me like, come on, Doctora, you have to do something, you have to start more of yourself and be nicer to you, you give everything to everyone and you forget about yourself. And when she started with this, she was calling me like, come with us, you know, you will need it, you will find it as a really very helpful for you, because you just run here and there and you really don't do anything for you. So I said to her, you know, I'm not a yoga person, but sitting there, it's not my thing, you know, I don't have time to do just sitting and meditating. And she said, no, really, you have to trust me. So then I said, okay, but today I'm tired, so I will come tomorrow. So I postponed it one day, and the next day she was like, come on, you know, you told me that you're coming. I said, okay. Be quiet, okay, I'm coming. And we go for Simona and Big Faith. So first day it was like, okay, I start listening, see you guys. I was like, oh, I don't know, shall I do? I was really like that. In the night, I was sitting, so what, we will do or we will not do, you know? Like, let's see, let's sleep and wake up morning, see if we will do or not. You know, it was same. But in the end, we start doing, I have to convince myself, and I have to be honest that she was better with breathing than me. I go sleep late, I wake up early and then run here and there. So I try to do at least little breathing. If I don't catch up full, I try to do it and find it a little bit time for me. And I have to say it's helped me, because I was getting to the stage when even with the work you start feeling the work doesn't make you success anymore. You feel like it doesn't feel you. You do it because it's your work, but it doesn't make you happy, you know. And I was also sometimes impatient and getting tired from them, and you know, I feel like, okay, next one, next one, the next one, you know. And I was like, Fandi, what are you doing? So I start now more enjoy my work. I give more to the people without getting tired from that. And smiling more and realize that I have a beautiful and nice people around me, and which I love to see you guys anytime. And I will, if I don't remember face, no, I am remembering face, I don't remember name. So just slap me and say, Mira, I will be very happy always to see you, and I hope we will meet each other here more often.
That was a very serious thyroid case. He was taking 75 mg, I was taking 200 mg. You can imagine how bad it was. I was 120 kilos, and then the medicine brought me down less. And then one day I sat with one doctor through a referral from an Indian friend. He said, you need to go and meet this doctor because Vedcare is not doing any good for you. The medicine kept on increasing, I mean the dosage. So I met a doctor called Babu. Then I asked him, is there any salvage I have in my life where I need, but there are, with the hormone, there are other things that happen that I have breathing problems. I get stuck for breath. The after effects of the hormone that I have to take. So he said, there is only one cure I can tell you, it's yoga. So he can give it, and I said, look, there are so many yoga centers, which one should I go? Then he said, go to Sanjeev Krishna, I know him well, I will recommend. Then with that, Rita was also very badly sick. That she will tell you, that was like the end of the world for us. And both of us then decided to come, but for me it was very difficult because in Sri Lanka we have a very good life. I mean, we eat and drink. So she is very sedate, but I know I have fun. And so for me it was very difficult to say how can I go into and change my lifestyle. Then I said, look, before I go, I said I want to drink a little. So I drank some vodka. And I went and had shisha. Can you imagine? I never smoked shisha. So I want to do everything bad before I came here. So after 1 week, I got myself to come here, and from day one, I have seen my grandfather practicing yoga in Sri Lanka. I have seen him doing it, and he taught me the headstand. But it was only I could still do it, you know. And so I have seen yoga, but in Sri Lanka there is no yoga. It's all stretching places. Like, you know, people think it's yoga. And so the first day itself I liked it. And then I dedicatedly did it, and then I changed everything. Then again the pressure at Emirates, I work for Emirates, it's like every week you will have targets. They will check how much money you bring today, how much money, so you forget, you know. When I want to have lunch at a certain time, they'll call and say, no, meeting. And then again, one guy after another will hit you, how much money are you bringing today, how much money are you bringing tomorrow. So then you lose focus again, and it happens continuously and then I lost focus again. And then she dragged me again for this course. So I'm again now.
Back on track.
Thank you, Guruji, again. But I did my stretches, I did, but the focus was too low. Psychology, and it's a superb batch. I mean, better than the batch. And what I gained this time, I think this higher knowledge than what I learned in 2012. The quality of the program has really increased, so you're lucky.
Continuously.
Yeah.
Yes, I learned so many things. We everyone learned about women's focusing, and we shared everyone's knowledge, experiences. I'm happy, but I have a slight disappointment.
What's that?
Because I'm thinking if I have done this 5 years back, I will not undergo so many things. But now I'm taking it as it is. I have a small story to share. I will take little time. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's
No
okay.
problem. As Raji mentioned, we are having a friend, Indian friend, very good friend. It's like we are like
Darrell, we're talking about Darrell.
Yeah. One day, that was around maybe 2008 or 2009, we called him, like Tati mentioned, we are like eating, drinking people. I'm not drinking, but we are partying, Darrell. And he said, no, I'm doing a yoga program, so I can't eat only veg these days, so we'll do it next week. Then, okay, there was nothing for us to hold it or think further, so we said okay. Then maybe after another 6-7 months, I can't remember exact time, maybe considerable period, then we had another party. Then the same thing, then Darrell said, no, my wife is doing yoga and she cannot eat. I thought, what the hell is this? What kind of a yoga program? If they can't eat, they can eat only veg. So we thought, okay. Then I asked, then I was thinking, what was it? Why they can't eat? Then I asked why. They said, no, they are giving only vegetarian food. It's good for health issues. So somehow I forgot everything. Our normal life went on, and we had some ups and downs because of the country situation, and I was working in a good company and I lost my job, and I was at home, and in the meantime I got some jobs, and Raji said, no, you just relax, you just stay at home and relax. But with the time, so many things I had to go through. Then suddenly I noticed that I was getting some pains in my joints, in the fingers, and here, in the elbows and shoulder pains, and knee. I didn't get much. The ankle and my toes, it was swollen. So I noticed that I'm sick. I was sick and I was crying, and I thought maybe I will die. Then Raji said, you don't waste time here, you go to Colombo. And I went there and I consulted so many doctors. Then they checked, they said, some said no problem, this problem, that problem. They gave medicine. It was only temporarily, and I was living with the disease. So the meantime I got a new job because after about 1 year. But now I have another problem. I cannot do the job now because I was weak and I was taking different kinds of medicine with different doctors, and at
The calcium was moving from one bone to another.
At a certain stage I couldn't type, I couldn't work with the computer because my fingers didn't work. Then one of my colleagues, British, I'm working in an American firm, and all Brits are my colleagues. One of my colleagues told me, you go to American hospital and there are good doctors. My wife also had same thing, and they rectified. This is something to do with joints or maybe arthritis. It was not arthritis. Then I didn't go to American hospital, and someone told me, another colleague, he said, you go to WellCare. Then I didn't know which doctor I had to consult. Then finally I went to the counter and we told them the symptoms of the disease. Then they said, okay, there's a good doctor, you can consult this. And finally this doctor, after several tests, rectified, and he diagnosed me with mixed connective tissue disease. That is your body cells fighting each other. This happened due to stress. Due to stress only this happens. This is very common in US, Canada, and also in the UAE. So he said you have to take this medicine for lifetime, and he prescribed, and he showed me the after effects. But he said, no, don't worry, you will have this medicine, and to balance, you will have some vitamins. And he prescribed us steroid, that is to calm down the cells, and then one medicine called Immuran. That was the medicine for the disease, but it will not answer immediately. You have to take steroid and then subsequently Immuran.
So one to compensate to the other, one to
Then
the other.
steroid has so many side effects, so I have experience. Anyone wants more details, you can come and ask me after the class or maybe later. So I went through all that, and then I was taking steroid, and I was experiencing all the after effects, and I got then skin issue because skin was very dry, and
Skin was getting thinner.
steroid it was getting thinner. So even with the scratch like this,
Blood
was
comes.
blood comes, because with steroid your skin gets thinner and thinner and thinner. Then my